And I love the story that you told, being a single parent. I'm a single parent, and I know that fear. And sometimes that fear can get so limiting, you get stuck in, instead of flight or fight, you just get stuck in nothing, just staring and being immobile and imprisoning yourself in fear. And in fact, I just had a conversation with someone at work, and I said, in some ways, I think I'm still doing it, because I'll find myself sitting when I could go to the aquarium and I could sketch and I could do some other stuff and I could get my creative, but I'll stay at home because I need to be working. And that doesn't seem serious. And I thought, wow, I'm imprisoning myself. And this is I'm actively working through that. So it's interesting that you bring that up, because one of the things that you wrote is how creativity and play can help us move forward. And it's just so weird that you're on right now, because I'm currently dealing with, I want to incorporate more creativity and play, because I know whenever I do that, I make great breakthroughs in business, right? But yet I have these limiting beliefs. So let's talk about that. How are those good in a business sense for, business owners and entrepreneurs?
Well, I do think you have to structure time to be spontaneous. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but you really do. You have to structure your time and make creativity important. And what happens when you use play is that you're breaking down all those structures and walls that we put around ourselves when we go into school or when we go into a corporate setting. There are rules on how we behave. And when we incorporate play, we sort of forget all of those rules and we go back to the things that are important to us and the creativity that was so easily accessed in childhood. And play is part of our evolution, our social evolution. Animals who play together socialize better and have a better chance of survival later. And it really takes us into the zone where we're focused on what we're doing. And it knocks down all those walls where we can access more of our brain because we're using our hands. We use multiple senses, like we use audio, and Play-Doh compound has a beautiful smell. And so we're stimulating everything to just make your brain work differently, and you come up with different ideas, and it's actually pretty amazing.
So what are some things that people could incorporate if they feel like, I'm just so busy, but I could carve out maybe 15, 20 minutes, and they could do it wherever they work. Like, let's say if they're still working, but they want to add that. So like I say, working, we're all working, but I meant like they actually go and they're unlike me, where I have, the house and whatever. And if I want to get up and yell, I can do it. They have to like be chill. So what are some things that they can do, or what would you have them start with?
Change can be a terrifying thing. Fears of not being good enough, of things not working out, or our own limiting beliefs taking over. But the wave of transformation doesn't have to be so scary. When you are connected to your power and trust yourself, you can surf that wave to everything you've ever dreamed. In this workshop, experts Claire, Kaula, and Jennifer will show you how to become that tsunami surfer through practices of self-awareness, self-leadership, and self-trust. March 22nd, 2022, from 3 to 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Use the link below to register today.
I don't know how many people are actively practicing meditation. You can do that in a minute or in 5 minutes, and there are apps to help you with that. And I know a lot of people, even though there are thousands of articles that support how impactful meditation can be for your brain to access those parts of yourself that is your intuition, those creative ideas, get an app on your phone, do it once or twice a day. You can do that, or do it in the morning or evening. Grab some pencil crayons and start drawing. Get a drum and start drumming. All of those things that take you out of your normal routine and pattern and make you step outside of yourself to do something a little bit different. Or really what I actually recommend most is for people to think about what they like to do when they were a kid and do that. And it will be transformative.
And tell us how you've seen this transform people.
We have worked with organizations who have really static or they have trouble talking to each other about some of the problems. And a lot of the time, what's happening right now is there are staff who've been there a long time, who've known each other. There are new staff who have never met the staff from before because no one's working in person now. So a lot of the time, there isn't that transfer of information that happens in person typically. So the new staff feel very left out, and the staff who've been around feel like the new staff are not necessarily pulling their weight. So when we incorporate play and are able to have those conversations about communication, when you're talking about what communication looks like or how it feels or your emotions, it allows people to be vulnerable in a very different way, have those conversations. And we've seen people put in place work plans. They've changed up how they do meetings. They've done more things in person. They've started mentoring programs, all through the conversations that we were able to have